Sharp, head brewer and owner of Innocent Gun.
How are you doing?
Absolutely fantastic. First of all, I'd like to thank you for sending all the beers you sent down to me to review on YouTube. Alright, I've only done one for now, but I will be getting onto the rum cask and the other. I think I've got a couple of other beers to review. How did you come across, or what was the idea behind Innocent Gun? And how did you become brewing? Get to the idea of brewing a beer.
It all started back in 2002 when I was working at our old family company, which was Caledonia in Edinburgh. And at that time we were approached by a big spirits company called William Grant, and they wanted to make an ale finished whisky. And in order to do that, we proposed that we brew them a special beer, full of flavour, very sweet and malty, and that they would then put this beer into special oak barrels that they use in the distillery. And after a period of time, they would take this beer out and they would put mature whiskey into these barrels.
Yeah.
And whilst the whiskey was in the barrels, it would then soak the flavour from the oak and pick up this sort of sweet beery character. So we proposed this, we did a special recipe for them, and sent them the beer, and hey presto, the process worked, which is a big surprise because lots of other brewers and distillers had tried this in the past and hadn't got it to work.
Oh, right.
And so there was a bit of a eureka moment where we came up with a process that worked.
Wow.
And they were fucking delighted.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, they ordered thousands of barrels of beer from us. Put in, all this beer went into these old barrels. After 30 days, chucked out. Mature whiskey was put in and finished. And they launched Grant Ale Cask Reserve Whiskey back in 2002. It was a big success, and it continues to be a big success today, all over the world. And so for a little company like Caledonia, this is wonderful because we're working with one of the biggest international spirits companies, and they were producing something which had our name on the bottle, and we were learning a lot about marketing from them and all the people that we were working with. But we thought nothing more about the beer that we were sending them. And then I got a phone call from this guy at the distillery one Friday afternoon, and he said, Dougal, you are not going to believe what's happening at this distillery. And they went, the guys that are supposed to be chucking this beer out are actually drinking it, and they say it tastes delicious.
Wow.
And so, at first I didn't believe in that. I said, come on, stick to distilling, let me want to drink beer. But he said, no, seriously, you've got to try this. So we got some barrels back, I tried it, we put it in our taste panel in the brewery. Which we did every Friday, all the production for the previous week. We would rate everything out of 9 being outstanding, 1 being unacceptable.
Yeah.
So we put it on the taste panel. Everyone rated it 9 out of 9. Now, to put that into context, this was at the time when we were brewing the champion beer. And that wasn't getting 9 out of 9 from everybody.
Wow.
So I thought, Jesus, we've got to do something with this. So I went and phoned Grant back and said, you've got to do something with this beer. It's incredible. And about 2 or 3 months later, I was leaving the company to go and do an MBA. Because of the relationships that built up, I sent them an email saying cheerio, and about half an hour later, the director of business development phoned me up and said, look, we know you got a couple of months off, why don't you come and tell us what you would do with this beer? So I went to speak to their executive board, did a presentation, and 2 weeks later the chief exec flew back up and went, right, how much do you need? Let's do it.
Amazing.
I mean, how lucky to be, it was right place, right time. And so we set the company up as a joint venture with William Grant and Sons. We spent a year from that point working out how to refine it, how to get the most delicious flavour from the oak, what to call the beer, what packaging to put it in. And so it took us 12 months to work all that out. We finally launched it in August 2003. And since then
It's really grown. The first time I watched a Innocent Gun video on YouTube,
You're in the picture as well.
was from JJ David in America, where he had 6,000 views on this beer. He was saying how amazing this beer was on YouTube. Finally, I got some beer sent from your company. I'd like to shake your hand for that. And I reviewed your Canada in 2011. And although you're kind of saying the first beer was an accident, the Canada 2011 was no accident at all. It was absolutely astounding. I think I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and we were, thank you very much. It was great to see such a positive review. I mean, ever since we first introduced the World to Innocent Run, we have been travelling almost relentlessly, telling consumers, sampling them, allowing them, getting them to try it, because we know we've got such a unique beer. Nothing that we do now is an accident. You know, if you can imagine all the different beer styles that you can think of, all the different types of oak barrels that are out there, you know, we're constantly experimenting. That's why we came up with rum cast. That's why we did things like triple matured, Canadian.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're constantly experimenting with different finishes, different beer styles. And, you know, Rumcast is a great example. It was a limited edition back in 2006. It is now an absolutely massive part of the whole permanent editions range.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a big success globally.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the interview. Thanks, Mr. Real Guy, for filming. Cheers for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll get on YouTube soon.